What's up, everybody? Coach Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Overwatch video. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down the 4 God tips to dominate ranked with duo queue, which in my opinion is one of the best ways to climb, have fun, and improve at the game all at the same time. So you got to make sure you watch to the end, smash the like and subscribe if you want to climb to Grandmaster Beyond. Now let's first talk about the easiest way and probably the most important thing that you need to get right when you're playing with the duo queue, because it's the way that you're going to be winning the most amount of fights for free if you just do this over and over again, and it's the ultimate combo. It's pretty simple, but there are a lot of ways that you're probably messing up the ultimate combo that is actually preventing you from having enough impact to carry some of these games. So let's break down what you need to do every single time. The first thing that you need to do when you have an ultimate combo, if you have a good ultimate combo like Grav Dragon, EMP Shatter, Nano Blade, the list goes on and on, you have to be using it early in the team fight. Far too many people are actually using ultimate combos when the fight is already lost. You've lost 1 or 2 people, the enemy team has a numbers advantage, and you want to use your ultimate combo to overcome that numbers advantage and win the team fight. Well, sometimes it can work. You have to be extremely careful, because 1 immortality field, 1 nade at the right time, a couple of bubbles, and all of a sudden, your ultimate combo might have gotten some kills, but not enough to turn the team fight, and then you lost a fight that you invested your combo in, which is just absolutely horrible. That's the worst possible scenario. And then you're going to have to build it all the way up. The enemy are going to be able to build up their ultimates, and this is the way that many games just end, because people spend the entire game building up their ultimate combo only to waste it because they used it when the team fight's already lost. Just die, let yourself reset, go in as 6, a full squad of people, and then use your ultimate combo. You can bait out certain abilities like immortality or even a defensive ult, but just make sure that you are not trying to bait these so hard and waiting so long that you never even get your ultimate out in the first place. And then the next part of this, the next part of the ultimate combo that you really need to understand is you should be doing it with your duo partner every single time. Yes, you're monogamous with your duo partner as far as ultimates are concerned, but all joking aside, realistically, every single time you get your ultimate, you should be saving it for your partner. Now, if you are in a perfect scenario where you know you're going to get multiple kills, win the team fight with your ultimate solo, then sure, you could do that. But for 90% of every single ultimate that you use in your games, it should be comboed with your duo, even if you get it before them, even if they get it before you. Wait for it and do it over and over again, because here's the thing, this is what happens a lot of times when people duo. They will ultimate combo maybe 2 or 3 times in the entire game, and 1 or 2 of those will be bad because of the reasons I stated earlier, and that's not enough to win the game. But if you use your ultimate combos together every single time, you do it early, you either trade for a ton of ultimates or you're just winning team fights over and over and over again, and you combo like 10 plus times in any given game, you are going to give yourself a giant edge over your enemy team, where they're just randomly throwing out ultimates and they're not coordinating them at all. Now, the next big tip to dominate ranked with the duo, and it's take every fight as a 2v1. And this is something that is really powerful, because you can do this across any roles. Any combination of roles doesn't matter. Whether you're a tank DPS, a healer DPS, a healer tank, doesn't matter. If you are taking a fight with an enemy that is isolated, always do it as a 2v1. Imagine this scenario. Maybe you are a Tracer, right? And you're going up against a McCree. You have to fight that McCree. It can be pretty difficult, right? You might win, you might lose if you can bait out that flash, and there's all this intricate mechanical things that you gotta keep track of. The McCree could play really well, play bad, whatever the case may be. It's a hard matchup regardless, right? But if a Wrecking Ball is with you and a Wrecking Ball slams onto him, now the matchup is comically easy. In fact, the matchup is basically a free kill on an isolated McCree. And the same thing is true for just about any 2v1. You're in a 2v1, you have 2 people focusing on one single person, and that person does not have any resources or any peel. That's a free kill, but it's just really important that you as a duo are watching the battlefield, waiting for these opportunities, and putting yourself in a position together to engage on the same target. It is also extremely important that you time your engages together. It is far better for you as a tracer to wait to coordinate the dive with another character rather than get there a little bit too early, because you could get there too early, die, or get zoned away. Then your teammate could get there. That person might actually get killed because someone finally peels. It is really important that you overwhelm them and you time this correctly. And remember what I was saying, you can do this from any role. If it's a tank, you could bully a tank on the front line really easily. If that Rein is isolated and you're like a Rein Zarya, you as Zarya could just put yourself in front, start zapping his shields like crazy, and you can just put a ton of shield pressure so that your Rein can win the Shatter War. Or maybe you're playing double DPS. It is extremely easy for you to, out of nowhere, decide to focus one single tank. Maybe you notice that Zarya is a little bit to the right. She has no self bubble. She just used it. Y'all focus her at the same time. Your McCree headshots her while you as Genji dash at the same time. She's bursted out of nowhere. She doesn't even know what the hell happened, and she's already dead. But it's just about waiting for these opportunities and then timing them together. That's why it's pretty good to be in Discord or some type of talk with each other so you can communicate a little bit better individually, because these synergies typically are going to be better than the random communication in a team composition. Not that you're not supposed to talk in ranked. I'm just saying for these type of really proactive combos and engages, it's really good to be in some sort of private chat like Discord or something like that. Now the next big tip that I gotta talk to you about dominating ranked with the duo queue, and it's about crafting optimal team compositions. And this is where you really have to ask you and your duo, what are y'all strengths? If you are a highly synergistic duo, then all you got to do is play with the characters that you duo together, and you have to have enough impact out of that duo that it's going to work regardless of the team composition. I did this way back in the day when Genji was an absolute trash, and I had an duo partner, and it didn't matter what the team composition was, whether it was Dive, or a Reinhardt, or a Roadhog flanking. We didn't care. We played Genji Ana, and we often would combo together, and consistently, we would carry team fights with that combo. Back before, you know, Baptiste and things like that. It was a much better time, let's just say that. But anyways, we basically overpowered the necessary synergy of a team by just having a very synergistic, effective duo where he would get nasty sleeps off, he would enable me, he would get nades as I went in, things like that, that would just guarantee or ensure me actually pulling off a really fat blade, and he would always nano me at the perfect or most opportune time. Now, that is only because me and him were playing our best characters, and we were trying to overwhelm the enemy with high impact in that combo. But there's another way to actually synergize with the duo if both of you are highly flexible. Instead of just picking the characters you are best at, you're picking two characters that fit most with the team composition. You got a teammate that is a Winston, right? Maybe you got a Winston Diva. It's a benchmark for a dive composition, and you pop to Tracer and your ally pops to Zen, and now you are actually making a dive composition even stronger and work even better. Now, in the next game, you have a Rein Zarya, and instead of that Zen, your support is now playing Baptiste, and instead of that Tracer, now you're playing McCree, and you play much better with them now, and you're enabling that composition even better. You see how just having two separate picks of people that are flexible can really strengthen a composition, not only giving it weight in one category, but giving it like sustain in another, can just be a way that you just have overall better compositions than the enemy team, and that's just probably going to get you more overall win rate over the long haul. So this is another way to have impact and carry a lot of games just by being flexible as a duo. Now the last big tip that I'm going to give you is actually about finding your duo partner, because sometimes people just, you know, they want to duo with anybody. They'll take anybody that wants to duo with them. They'll duo with their buddies from school. They'll duo with anyone. But there are some problems with duoing with someone that has a conflict of interest with you. Some people just want to mess around. Some people just want to troll, or some people aren't taking the game very seriously, don't want to improve. And some people might even tilt and blame you. Now, I know sometimes it makes the most sense to play with the person that you think has the most skill. You find someone that is extremely skilled and you're like, hey, I want to duo with you. Well, that can be good, but sometimes even someone who is skilled doesn't have the right mindset to help you improve the best and to improve along with them. You really want to find someone that really wants to better themselves, climb, and earn a high rank off their merit, and not someone that just wants to mess around, because when you and them are playing together, trying to brainstorm ideas, trying to identify what went wrong and try to work on fixing that instead of trying to play the blame game and becoming a better player together. These are the things that you should really look for to have a duo queue partner that is not just going to be your duo queue partner that you play with in gold. It's not going to be your duo queue partner that you play in diamond. It's going to be your duo queue partner that you play with all the way to Grandmaster when you both climb together, and I believe you can do it. But thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you learned something. That's all I got for you today. I'm Coach Mills. I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.